Good Wednesday morning to you guys. This is November the 23rd, 2016, and this is Rusty 78609 in Central Texas, USA, headed to Burnett, Texas, the back way. So it is November the 23rd. It's 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. It is 58 top-down degrees. And it is very pretty this morning. It's perfectly clear sky, hardly any wind. And these past few days, what I have found out is I am not a cold weather camper. Most of you know that I live in an RV and I've got it parked at my home base here in Central Texas, and go camping in my Toyota Prius and have for the last 4 years. And I thought about going next week, going out to Quartzsite, but that trip has been postponed. Two reasons. One, it's kind of the Thanksgiving Christmas period and time for family, I suppose. And secondly, cold weather doesn't turn me on at all. So what I may do is wait till maybe April and go out to there, go to Quartzsite and turn north and go up to Flagstaff and over to Grand Canyon. But having said that, I also want to point out somebody fan funded, and I appreciate it. Thank you very much. That goes into a separate account, and that helps me on these trips. I'm running a big deficit in that account, I might add. But that's all right. I ain't starving. I'm fine. But I do appreciate it. It's like a little pat on the back, and I do thank you very much. But this is Thanksgiving Eve 2016, and it's a time when I was a kid. When I was a child, say the ripe old age of 8 to 12, in that period in there, we lived on a little farm in Kennedy, Texas, up on a hill, had a beautiful view. And my mother was a wonderful cook. And she cooked 3 meals a day, and we had 3 sit-down meals a day. What is this guy? You gonna let me run into this fellow or what? He's a good safety man, isn't he? Look at him. Now is it okay? Okay, thank you very much. But anyway, if you need a good safety man or somebody to direct traffic, there's your man. But anyway, my mother was a wonderful cook. Of course, we didn't have any air conditioning or central heat or any of that crap. No TV. Well, we did later on, but early years we didn't even have a TV. Telephone later. Anyway, so it was out in the country, very quiet, very peaceful. And during the Thanksgiving and Christmas period, she would cook, and I mean cook. And you'd be outside or inside the house and smell that food cooking, and man, I'm telling you, life was good. You know, there's nothing like cooking smells inside a home, particularly bread. Bread is just blows you away. Bread is, my mother used to make homemade bread. She sure did. And this time of the year, we'd have plenty of it available. We had plenty of good fresh food too. We had a garden. I had hogs. We had a few cattle, so we butchered our own animals. This time of the year is when you'd butcher the hogs, November. When it was cool, hang them up in the tree, and cook the old fat and make cracklings is what we called it. We used hog lard. Mother used lard to cook with, and none of us suffered from high cholesterol that we know of, or had any health problem. Our family was, I could count on one hand the number of times our whole family went to the hospital, or the doctor, not hospital, but just to a doctor. Kerosene was the miracle cure. Kerosene, if you stepped on an old rusty nail, you didn't go get a tetanus shot. Mother would wrap your foot with kerosene and away you'd go. It's a wonder we didn't die of tetanus. I'm telling you. But anyway, it is a beautiful day. This is a Wednesday. Did a video yesterday on a slide-in truck camper. Got a lot of views on it, a lot of comments. Also did one of those little micro RVs, the little trailers, the MyPods and some tags. Pretty fascinating little product, but I wouldn't buy one. I wouldn't buy that slide-in camper either because it's got one of those extra slides or pop-outs on it. A little too much, a little too heavy. You'd have to have at least a 3/4 ton, probably a 1 ton pickup to carry that thing. But the good days are here to stay. I remember one time I was down on my luck living in living in Austin, north of Austin, near Cedar Park. I mean, it was my 3rd or 4th time to be busted, but this time I really did it. I was about 47 years old, and I couldn't find a damn job. I mean, I tried everything. I even applied for a damn ditch digging job, and the guy said he wouldn't hire me because he knew I wouldn't stay. Most jobs I applied for, they said, well, you're overqualified. You're not going to be satisfied with what we're paying. Well, I said, look, guy, I'm starving to death. Shit. But when I would walk, I was living in a little old 16-foot travel trailer, renting it, $75 a month. So you know it was really a great one. Nothing worked hardly. But anyway, I was doing my walking then. Been doing that for about 40 years, and or more. Every morning I'd get up, I'd go walking. I'd say to myself, the good times are coming. They're coming real soon. And finally, I got a part-time job at a place assembling electrical components. I started off, it was from 4 to 12, and then it moved me to 8 in the morning till 4 in the afternoon. I worked there for a while. I worked there until I went in the Peace Corps, 1994. Sure did. But I know what it's like to be busted, I'll guarantee you I do. And I don't like it worth a damn. Once you've been there, you live in fear of going back. You work twice as hard to keep out of it. There were times in my life I never even thought about money. I didn't even know where it came from. It just appeared, it seemed like. We'd take trips, had new cars, had a boat. Wow. Seemed like a dream. Seemed like a dream. I like living in my little RV right where I live. Very good. Got the freedom to travel. And as far as the money, it doesn't cost that much, really. When I'm traveling, my extra expense for gasoline and camping fees averages about $10 a day. Average. Because I can be gone for a month. That 28-day trip that I took 3 years ago, I averaged $10 a day for the gas and camping fees because I got that senior pass that allows me into national parks, all national facilities for half price, and that's a big plus. And of course, I did some boondocking, not much then, but if I go this spring on an extended trip, which I'm thinking about, I always change my mind. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just go, and but that's the way I live. It's my life. I'm in charge of it. So if I change my mind, I just do. I'm free to do that. But I was thinking about, I haven't been to Grand Canyon in a while, and I haven't seen. I don't think I've ever camped at Quartzsite that I know of or in that area. But I'd like to go there and camp one time in the spring when it's cool, not cold, cool. And it's cool in April and May. Not well, May it gets a little warmer. But I could use that. I'd be in southern Arizona, southwestern Arizona. And then from there I could springboard up to Flagstaff and go to I can't remember, it's called Kaibab Forest, I think, that has dispersed camping for free, very close to the Grand Canyon. You have to be, one of the rules there is you have to be, and most national forests have it, you have to be a mile from the paved road, and you need to go off the road about a quarter of a mile there. But apparently every national forest has different rules. But I'm a fair weather camper, and that's just the way that is. Thanksgiving tomorrow. I really don't like turkey, but I do like baked chicken. My mother wouldn't bake a turkey. She would bake chickens. But she said the turkey meat was too dry. And that was work for her. And of course, my aunt used to help out. My aunt, she had two sisters, and they'd help out. And I had two sisters, and of course, they all fell in and helped. But that was a job at Christmas and Thanksgiving. And I look back, and I've talked to my sister about this a few times. We did have that when we were growing up. We had 3 meals a day, sit down at the dining room table, all of us. 4 children, 2 parents, 6 of us. And before we ate, after we ate, we had an old Mexican man work for us named Andreas. And I would go to the back door and I'd say, Andreas, your breakfast is ready, and here he'd come. Mother kept coffee. None of us in the family drank coffee, but she always had some for Andreas because he did. And he was a loyal old hand. He was an old man. He finally died. I've told that story 100 times. And yeah, I learned a lot from that old man. I sure did. Because he was the only one around when my brothers and sisters were in school. The sister closest to me is 4 years older, and then I've got a twin brother and sister that were 6 years older. So for my early life, I was out there in that farm by myself, me and old Andreas. I used to follow him around like a damn puppy dog. He probably got tired of me being under his feet, but I didn't have anything else to do at that time. Oh, I had little old chores to do, but they weren't a hell of a lot. But anyway, today I'm going to go over here and I'm going to stop this video and I'll start another one. I saw that they opened a new place for those where they have the storage buildings and stuff. So I'm going to go in there and look at some of those because a lot of people have an interest in using those for tiny homes, and that's a possibility. So anyway, I'm getting there. Thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye-bye, buy American made when you can, drink plenty of water, and enjoy your Thanksgiving tomorrow. Enjoy your health. Bye-bye.